Welcome to this episode of the Happy Workaholic podcast. I'm your host, Kellyanne Gorman. I'm a business and LinkedIn coach as well as a luxury brand consultant. I help business owners take their brands to the next level by implementing my personal techniques when it comes to growing their service, sales, and social media. Over the past 20 years, I've grown multiple brands in the beauty, hospitality, health, and luxury travel markets. I've exceeded all of their expectations, and I'm here to share my tips and tricks on how I did it. Inspiration, motivation, and determination are what got me to where I am today, so you can definitely expect some pretty crazy stories to be shared here as well. Don't forget, the conversations happen after each episode in the Happy Workaholic Podcast Facebook group. That's where I'll be every week to answer all of your questions. Now, if you want to hear any of my exclusive news first, just visit thehappyworkaholic.com and sign up for my weekly VIP newsletter. Now, let's get started with today's show. Hey everyone, how are you? Do you love that I start every podcast with that? I just want to make sure you're doing all right. I'm doing fantastic. I am in San Diego for the next week, 2 weeks total I'd be here, and I am a productive powerhouse. I get so much more work done when I'm in this environment, and I'm really thinking about moving back over the next couple of months because it just makes me happier. But today I want to talk to you guys about how to connect with people on LinkedIn the appropriate way. And I'm giving you a couple of tips and tricks that I do, and I know I've spoken about this in the past, but something has been happening to my LinkedIn over the past couple of week rather. I'm getting a lot more connections. I do approve them myself, and they immediately start spamming my inbox. It's super unprofessional. It's not proper grammar, and I'm the queen of the exclamation point, and I totally stand by that. However, when people just want to send me to their group coaching or their live coaching or a product that they're selling, or just completely rude and don't use manners in the LinkedIn message, I don't want to do business with you. I don't want to connect with you. I don't even want to have a conversation with you. And I received a couple of them the other day, and it just really threw me off guard because it's so spammy. And I just want to give you some of my tips that will help you in connecting with others on LinkedIn. And that is to draft up a connection request, a short and sweet little note so that you can send it to the person that you're connecting with. That is always the best because you don't come across as spam. The person that you're connecting with really will understand that you're connecting for a reason, whether you want to pitch them, whether you want to connect with them, collab with them, just introduce yourself and why you want to connect. There's always a reason. And when you send them a short little message, it just means so much more for me personally than just getting all of these requests. Why are you requesting to be connected? LinkedIn is just a different platform. It's so much different than Facebook. It's not just a professional Facebook. It's really about building your brand and your business, and I go so much more in depth about this in the Leverage Your LinkedIn coaching program that I have. But just so you guys know, whenever I get a message or I'm connecting with somebody, I already have a draft message concocted or created rather in my notes section on my phone. So all I do is copy and paste, especially when I change something on my profile and it updates the world of LinkedIn. You want to create that, continue that conversation when they're congratulating you through the messenger. So you always want to have something drafted up, either directing them to your website so that they can learn more about you, or setting an appointment with you online so that you can hop on a call. I love connecting with people online, but there's nothing better than getting on a call with them and meeting them in real life or seeing them on video. It just makes everything so much more real. So going back to over the weekend, I got so many messages from people. I don't know why. It like goes in waves. It's very strange. Anyway, I've been requested to speak at events, but then when I click it, they want my money to join the group to then speak at events. Like, it doesn't, if I'm trying to sell something and I'm trying to pitch, there's a reason behind it. Like, you don't need to be shady and sneaky about it. Just say or ask, do you want to be a part of this group for X amount of dollars? You then will have be allowed the opportunity to speak. Don't make it look like you're pitching. And first of all, if you're going to pitch, you shouldn't really do it through LinkedIn Messenger. You should really be doing it through email. It's a lot more professional. And I take a lot of people, it's a lot more serious that way. They've taken the time to get your email, and it just goes a long way when you do it that way. I'm actually reading some of my LinkedIn messages right now, and it's super unprofessional. There's just so many. I don't know which one to start with. Okay, so one is that they liked the name of my podcast, that they're going to listen and rate for me, and it just looks like spam. And I'm like, oh, that just seems so generic and spelled incorrectly. That's what I wrote. Do you automate your messages? That's kind of a, not nice thing to do, I would assume. But you know what? I've been getting so much. And if I don't ask those questions, I don't know if this person's legit or if they're just spamming or if it's a robot. Like, have a real connection. That's why you're on the platform in the beginning. And then people just write these crazy messages, sending me pictures, awful marketing, graphics, all these websites. It just doesn't look like a real legit person. And then, of course, you can check out their profile, but I mean, what's the point? Why waste your time? Another one I said that I received was asking me to speak at a club. So I have a fee for that, and it's on my deck. So literally they're just going into LinkedIn and copy and pasting, which is something I do, but my message is actually real legit and has a meaning, and I'm thanking them for congratulating me or thanking them for taking the 2 seconds to look at my profile or whatever I'm thanking them for. I'm sending you a thank you. I'm sending you a message. I have it drafted up in my notes to save me time. Our time is worth money. However, it has a legit meaning. There's a reason why I'm sending you a message, and this is just to get my money. The one that I received, I'm not even getting pitched, although it sounds like it. But then there's a picture that's cut off with a website, and it goes to meetup.com. That is not professional. So please don't send any of those. Another one I get, if you like someone's post, they'll immediately come into your inbox and start messaging you, which is totally fine, but have a reason why you are, conversating. It just doesn't really make any sense. And then here's another one. This one is pitching me to be a producer for my podcast. And sorry, I'm speaking so slowly, but so they're wanting to produce my show. They haven't said anything or mentioned anything what they like about it, why they really want to be involved with my brand and what I'm already producing myself. It's just spam. And I just those are just some examples that I literally just got over the weekend. And I really wanted to do a podcast on this and talk about it on the show because it's so unprofessional and it's so annoying to me. You need to come up with your own message and why you are using LinkedIn. Obviously, people are using it to sell, but you need to share an experience. You need to connect with somebody. They're not going to buy. I just posted a picture of this quote I saw that I have saved on my desk, and it says, you don't sell the product, you're selling the experience, and that goes for a product or a service. I've been in the luxury travel market for years, and I personally created over 30 different luxury travel experiences for people to enjoy when they come into Las Vegas. And now I do the same thing with all of my coaching programs. It's an experience. We're working together. We're building your brand. We're building your business. I'm showing you how to use LinkedIn as a selling platform and how to pitch and all of these things. I'm training you on social media and how to use it and what to do and what not to do. When it comes to certain platforms like LinkedIn, you really want to know how to use it. And if you don't, you're not going to look the smartest when you're spamming people and messaging them, especially if you haven't even looked at their profile and see that they're a LinkedIn coach. They're going to have more to say, like I'm saying right now, on the topic rather than just somebody that's using it for work, which is totally fine. But it's my biggest pet peeve. I research every single thing I do to a T. I will research competitors. I will research everything that's going on in the market. I will research something, like try to see if something's never been done before. Like right now, my 2 group coaching programs I launched, nobody's really doing it in the format that I just launched it in, which is 2 hours of live powerhouse coaching sessions where I'm giving all my tips and tricks, but I'm also answering all of the questions that people want answers to in a live format. So it's not, there's the dryer. They're not just, getting a couple questions answered and like learning 5 things. It's way more involved. And I've never ever done group coaching. And it's something that a lot of people have been asking me about. And I spoke about it on the last show. And it's something I'm trying, but I'm always researching. Researching is your number 1 key to success. You need to know pricing in the market. You need to know what's going down in stocks or up or whatever market you're in. You need to do your research. It's the same thing if you're looking for a job. You need to research the company. You need to investigate their competitors, because don't you think they're going to ask you those questions in your interview? There's just so much research and so much time involved in researching. I say it's like 60-40 with my business. I'm constantly researching how I can be better, how I can stand out, how I can make something different, how I can build multiple brands at the same time as mine. Like, how can I do this? Time is money. You have to involve self-care. You have to involve your workouts, your spa days, because those, your meditations, those are things that allow you to become a better person, which then will allow you to become a better coach. For me, those are just some examples that I do. But the whole purpose of using LinkedIn, whether using it to just connect or to sell or to pitch or to collab with people, to get a job, there's certain ways to go about connecting with others, and that's why I wanted to bring this up on the show. If you come up with an email introducing yourself via email, it's so much more professional, right? So why wouldn't you have a shorter version of that in your LinkedIn Messenger that you can just copy and paste to then get on a phone call with them and talk to them in real life? And it's not spam. Create a connection and a relationship with these people that you want to connect with. It goes a long way. It's a lot more reciprocated, I feel like, if you're doing it this way. So I just wanted to give you my 2 cents on this topic, because I was all fired up this weekend, because it was like one after the next. I was getting all of these crazy messages through LinkedIn, and I'm like, do these people not know like what it's for? You don't need to spam. Like, people get shut down on Facebook for spamming. So I'm hoping that maybe somebody will shut them down on LinkedIn, because it's super annoying. I live on LinkedIn, and that's for a reason, to create relationships and have them long lasting. I'm not on there spamming. I blog on there. I do videos on there. It's all about building my business and brand, but I'm doing it to help others. That's the whole point, is to help others. So I hope that you got something out of my little LinkedIn rant, and please don't be one of those people sending those crazy messages. It's just not okay. Anyway, so that's it. So that's all I wanted to share today. Please don't send those LinkedIn messages. It's not fun to look at them on the other end. And if you have any questions about LinkedIn, please just send me a message on social media or connect with me on LinkedIn and send me a message. Let me know that you listen to this show. And if you are interested in my LinkedIn group coaching, Leverage Your LinkedIn, you can go to kellyannegorman.com and visit the group coaching tab, or if you want to take it more in depth and take part in my Leverage Your LinkedIn profile creation and coaching program, can that be any longer? That is an amazing thing that you can do to build your business and your profile. I actually recreate and upgrade your entire LinkedIn profile for you. However, I coach you along our entire process together. So you're getting all the tips and tricks from me. You're learning how to utilize and use LinkedIn as a selling platform, pitching platform, connecting platform, whatever the case may be. I'm sharing all of my knowledge with you, as well as upgrading and updating your profile, which is the number one thing you need to do first. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. I'm super excited to record a few more shows because I'm almost at 50 episodes. I can't believe it. But that's all I have for you guys today, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening to today's show. If you liked this episode, please let me know by writing me a review for the Happy Workaholic podcast. I would truly appreciate it. As I always say, sharing is caring. Don't forget, the after show happens after each episode in the Happy Workaholic podcast Facebook group. That's where I'll be every week to answer all of your questions. Now, if you prefer tuning in live, you can now watch the Happy Workaholic show, which airs every Wednesday on Facebook right on my very own business page. And for a behind-the-scenes look at my life, you can follow along on Instagram at KK in Vegas, where I'm constantly posting on my feed and my stories. Lots of tips and tricks are always shared there. Thanks again for listening, and we'll talk again soon.